After 5 months of training here at Guest Relations, I quickly learned that it is our daily purpose that we take care of our guests so they can be their best. As employees, we are entitled to do anything for our guests so they can truly feel it's a home away from home. And here is our daily work routine. And here is our back office. This is where that we do all the pre-shift meetings and we analyze our NPS and our personal scores. We also keep all the documents here when we direct phone calls. We do that in the office called PBX, meaning the Public Branding Exchange. Our personal scores is summarized by the central system of Hyatt and it was sent to our hotel system. It comes from all the online guest surveys that we have when they're checking in and checking out. For my learning objectives that I set for myself before this phase started, I break it down into 4 parts, and the first one is to have the ability to stay calm and collective within an intense situation. From my experience for the past 5 months, I find the situation will mostly occur during the middle of the guest stay, and it's either something wrong with their room, the air conditioner is not warm enough, or the lighting is not as they preferred, or something wrong with the in-room dining that took too long to deliver. And a lot of times, when the guest is complaining, it's mostly the things that are out of our control. So we cannot reverse the situation. All that we can do is to be as sympathetic as possible and try to compensate them the best that we can. Therefore, I've learned in the hard way that we need to be observant and understanding so that we can accommodate them in their best needs. And just after practicing case by case and learning from other people, and that really contributes to reach my goal here. What I learned the most about this department is that you kind of just grow with time and also the quantity of complaints that you resolved. And from there, you can keep getting better and better along the way. So when it comes to my second objective, which is creativity, I think it is all about different guests come to me with similar issues. I can kind of learn from what I dealt with the last time and just develop my way from there. Always learn from the last time and have the intention to do more and do better. My third objective is about being organized. And training in guest relations, I definitely realized that organization is in desperate need in this department because everyday's work in guest relations has a lot to cover. With the shuttle schedule, the guest requests, and also the apology letters for the guest complaints and etc., it's really important to keep things in a log with a timely order, just so that we don't receive a second complaint about the guest not getting the service that they want in a timely manner. From my previous training at the front desk, I did develop my multitasking skills, so it's really useful in the guest reception as well, just so I can keep everything loud and clear in different logs and also finish them efficiently. In guest relations, receiving guest requests is a big part of our daily work routine, and in Hyatt properties, we use a software called HotSauce. It's a communicating tool between different departments in the hotel, and every day when we're receiving a request, we're just putting an order in HotSauce, and then it coordinates different departments to complete the order. Therefore, communicating and follow-up is a major key when it comes to completing an order perfectly. Sometimes the task can be showing on the HotSauce as in progress, but actually the housekeeping has just missed it. So it's really important for us, the guest relation agent, to manually use the radio to tell them about the task and then make sure they do it. We also call the guest room to ensure that a guest has received the services and so there's no more things that's needed. When I first started, I was really questionable about why we're doing the same work 3 to 4 times, because most of the time, when we put in the order for the first time and the housekeeper would just notify us to do it. But later on, with the time passing by, I definitely realized that we'd rather just do the extra work to ensure there's no exception when it comes to guests receiving their orders, so that they don't have to call us back for the second time. Now I make sure I do the whole procedure for every single order. There was this one night at the summertime. The entire Denver Tech Center area has a power outage. The entire hotel has only 2 emergency lightings. One is in the front desk and one is in the restaurant. At the time, there was guests watching TV in their rooms, in the swimming pool, or in the bar, and suddenly it just got all black out. So it took us some time to figure out what's going on with the electricity and accepting the truth that there's absolutely nothing we can do about the situation here. And the next thing we know is that the phone just rings off the hook and angry guests is rushing down to the lobby to questioning us why there's no light, there's no hot water, there's no internet. So after we calm ourselves, we inform the guests that it's not just the hotel, it's the whole Denver Tech Center area, but we do have 2 emergency lightings here at front desk and also the bar. Everyone is welcome to head to the bar to grab a drink, which is gonna be completely complimentary on the house, and meanwhile our engineering team is doing their absolutely best to try to get the lights back on. Later on, our manager printed out some emergency notices that we put on the wall by the elevator and also around the entrance. Arranged one of my colleagues to stand by there just to inform the guests when they're trying to reach us and tell them do not panic. I ran down to the engineering department to collect as much torch headlights as possible. We put some headlights in the front desk just for the guests to use when they're trying to go upstairs and there's no light in the hallway whatsoever. I also grabbed a ton of them just to deliver to upstairs to see if there's anyone just holding their door in the darkness. I'll just hand them one of those headlights and really apologize for the inconvenience that the hotel has caused. At the end of it, the power outage lasted about 3 hours. And some of our guests are extremely understanding. They know that there's nothing that we can control over. There are also some of our guests that are extremely angry about it. They think our hotel should have done better. They requested to have early departures and there's no fee should be charged to their rooms. And for those guests who checked out after the incident, we also have a discounted rate on their stay for them. And overall, I can say that the night of the power outage was probably the one of the biggest challenges that I've faced during my internship here. Because you never really know when the lights is gonna get back on, and every minute, every guest is just asking you the same question over and over, which you have no answer to. And I can only give them the responses that I'm not even so certain myself. And when a situation like that happens, people are trying to take off on someone, and most likely it will be the guest receptions. So it really makes me realize the difficulties of this position and also the responsibility that come with it. And most importantly, I really learned a lot from that event. Because a power outage like this really does train all of learning objectives that I mentioned to be calm and collective, even though the guest is being really angry at you for things that is out of your control. And be creative. When a situation like this, everybody is kind of panicking, so you need to just be calm and think of ways that can make the situation slightly better on your end. Be organized. Take control of the priorities and also planning on what should be our next move. And lastly, be consistent. When the lights is back on, follow up with the guest and ask them how they're doing, if there's anything that they needed, and promise them we're gonna do something to make up to them about this incident.